Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to cut and style a hand-painted graphic t-shirt. So what I'm using for today's tutorial is my graphic t-shirt and 2 pair of fabric scissors. You want to make sure you have fabric scissors instead of regular scissors because regular scissors won't really cut the t-shirt as easy. Also, I'm going to explain the style that I'm going to do today, and what I'm doing is a corset down both sides of the shirt. So here's my shirt, and these here are my scissors. I also have a smaller pair, but I'm not going to cut with them today. So now, before I get started, I'm just going to turn my shirt over, and I'm going to make sure everything is nice and flat and even. I'm also going to fold it in half to make sure everything is symmetrical, and I'm going to focus right now on the neckline because that's what I'm going to cut first. So now that everything is all lined up, I'm just going to take my scissors and begin to cut the neckline off the shirt. One thing to keep in mind is that you need to try the shirt on first before you start to cut so that you know where everything is going to fall. So now that the neckline is taken off the shirt, I'm just going to take the shirt and fold it in half. And once again, I'm just going to make sure everything is all lined up. So now that my shirt is realigned, I'm just going to take my scissors and cut the arms off the shirt. So now I have a tank top. So now that I have my desired shape, I'm just going to take my shirt and turn it around, and once again I'm just going to realign everything and make sure everything is nice and even. So now that everything is all even, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut straight down the edge of the shirt. Once I get toward the bottom, I'm just going to leave about 1 inch of room so that I have enough space to cut holes for the bottom of my corset. Now, I'm just going to begin to cut the other edge of the shirt. I always recommend checking to make sure everything lines up perfectly. And remember, it's always good to not cut enough and to cut too much because you can't go back. And as you just saw, I just snipped a little bit more because it wasn't completely even. So now, I'm just going to take the middle and I'm going to realign that so that I can cut holes for my corset. So before I cut the holes for the corset, I'm just going to trim the middle just a little bit so that it can be a little bit more slim. This also allows the strings to show on the side a little bit more. So now I pretty much have a muscle tank. Now I'm just going to take those sides that I cut out and I'm going to realign those so that I can cut them into strings for my corset. So now I'm just going to take those pieces that I cut out and I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to go all the way around the edge of those pieces and I'm going to cut thin strips for my corset strings. The pattern that I'm doing is pretty much a swirl from the edge all the way into the middle. I'm also going to cut off a few of the sharp edges so that everything looks a little bit more smooth, but you really don't have to. I only cut off one of them. So now I'm just going to take those strips that I just cut and I'm just going to stretch them out so that they curl under a little bit more and look more like real strings. So now that everything is all ready to go, I'm just going to take my shirt and open it up so that I can start making my corset. The first step is to make sure everything lines up, so I'm just going to take my ends and I'm going to fold them in. What this does is it pretty much ensures that all the holes will line up perfectly. Now I'm just going to take my mini scissors and I'm just going to count to see how many holes I'm going to need. After I count, I'm just going to take the two edges and line them up and I'm going to put them right on top of each other. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to pierce a hole directly in the middle. Now I'm just going to swirl them and poke my finger through to open up the hole a little bit more. After I finish that one, I'm just going to take the other end and I'm going to repeat this process all throughout. So now that that's done, I'm just going to open up the shirt so that everything remains even. After I straighten out the shirt, I'm just going to take the shirt and pull it in the middle and I'm going to divide it directly in half. Symmetry, once again, ensures evenness. Before I get started, I'm just going to take the other side and I'm going to line those up to make sure all the holes line up evenly. So now that everything lines up, I'm just going to repeat the same step that I did before with the mini scissors, piercing a hole in the middle. Now I'm just going to repeat that process all down the edge of the shirt. So now that all my holes are there, I'm just going to unfold the shirt and I'm going to begin to lace everything up.
I told her back it up, 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 back it up.
So my technique for lacing up the shirt is pretty much the same as lacing up shoestrings.
Back it up, 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 back it up.
Now the first side is all laced up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you how I finish up the bottom.
Back it up, 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 back back it up, 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 back it up.
Now that that's done, it's time to get started on the other half. So magically, as you can see, the other half is almost done. Now I'm just going to show you how I finish up this half at the bottom too.
Told her back it up, 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 back it up.
So now the shirt is pretty much complete. Remember, the strings are always adjustable, so you can adjust this to fit any size.
Back it up, 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 back it up.
So this a front and back view of the finished product, and if you want to see how it looks on, you can always follow me on Instagram. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, as well as following me on Instagram at Miss Pinky. Once again, thanks for watching.